All right. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Thank you, Sister Tate. She's a phenomenal speaker. Good morning, brothers and sisters. It is truly an honor and personal privilege to stand before you today representing Boilermakers all over North America. Thank you to all of the delegates who are taking this week to conduct the business of our great union. What we do here this week will have a lasting impact on this union. Through your votes on constitutional matters and the election of your international leadership, delegates carry the voices of their local lodges and help shape the direction of our brotherhood for the next 5 years and beyond. That is the power of unionism. We are Boilermakers. When asked who we are, I am proud to say that we are the union that energizes the world. From the first days of the Industrial Revolution, men and women united and threw off the shackles of poverty. They stood against unfair treatment, low wages, and horrendous working conditions. They were attacked, they were beaten, and many were killed. But they continued to fight for the right to earn a decent wage for an honest day's work. When one of our brothers or sisters fell to corporate greed or unsafe working conditions, one of their brothers and sisters would reach down and pick up the banner of unionism and of the Boilermakers Union and carry us forward. Our brothers and sisters were able to do this. They were able to stand because they were united. And through their craftsmanship and their perseverance, they changed the course not only of the U.S. and Canada, but of human history. We are the legacy of those men and women who refused to back down, who refused to be quiet, and who refused to compromise on the promise of the American dream, the Canadian dream, and fought for our right to have a place in the middle class. The blood of these legends of the labor movement still flows in the bloodlines represented today. I want to pause just a moment. How many of you here, and I would ask you to stand, if you're a second-generation Boilermaker, would you stand? Third generation, would you stand as well? Fourth generation. Fifth generation Boilermaker. You see the bloodline of those lines of the labor movement is still alive and well today. It runs through the generations of our Boilermakers that are still here. However, how many of you today are first generation Boilermakers? I'm going to ask you to stand. That's what I'm talking about. Brothers and sisters, I applaud you here today. You are no less a part of this union than anyone else. You're just starting the legacy that came before you. You are the future of our union and a product of those who sacrificed for our right to grow and to build and to organize. We understand we're not an island. Our union is open to all. However, if you're going to be with us, you got to work with us. You've got to unite with us to secure and maintain better working conditions, wages, and organization. You remember those words, don't you? It's part of our ritual, part of the bloodline that runs through us on what we are and who we are as a union. From the shipyards who build and maintain the ships protecting our respective borders, to our railroad Boilermakers who make certain interstate commerce in the U.S. run smoothly. Boilermakers are a critical component of the global economy. To put it plainly, all of our members work together to energize our nations. Our members in Peoria, Illinois, Local 158, they build the heavy-duty Komatsu machinery that is used by our members mining coal in the Bridger coal mines in Wyoming in Local S 1978, that is carried by our railroad Boilermakers all over the country, where it is burned in power plants that was built by our forefathers and the men and women that came before us on the construction sector. We've built them and we maintain them. Every citizen of our respective countries needs to be educated on the fact that when somebody reaches to flip a switch to cut the lights on, we're the reason that the lights come on. In every hospital, in every ICU room. Any of you ever had a child in the NICU? Then you understand what I mean when we build the plants that provides the steam, that make certain every tool those doctors and nurses use are safe and keep our families infection-free. Our Boilermakers in Local S251 builds the elevators in those hospitals that get us to our families when they need us most. Our brothers and sisters keep all types of industries moving forward. Local 486 builds the farm equipment that keeps food on your table. Local 191 builds the heavy-duty logging equipment, the debarkers, that keep lumber available for building. Local D533, remember, brother, I didn't forget you. D533 Certainteed. It's that Alabama accent. You got to bear with me just a moment. Certainteed manufactures vinyl siding, and D437 manufactures roofing shingles that many of you may have on your homes today. But let's not forget the everyday items that you may not be aware of that our members manufacture. From our brothers in Local 72 that make Reynolds aluminum foil, to Local 1255 Boilermakers who manufacture Klein tools, to the Boilermakers in Local M10 who make beer taps, and our members in Local M300 that builds caskets that can take you to your final rest. Boilermakers are everywhere, and it is time we let the world know that we're not going to be silent anymore. We are the union that energizes North America and the world. We are the union that organizes people into the middle class. We are the Boilermakers. Welcome to the 35th Consolidated Convention of the International Brotherhood of Boilermakers, Iron Shipbuilders, Blacksmiths, Forgers, and Helpers. And now it is time to call this meeting to order. Get energized, get fired up.